required to wear a red cross on that garment. Around the end of the 1400s and the beginning of the 1500s, the Spanish Inquisition began putting these black sons of King David in Africa. And writer after writer constantly associated these Jews to King David. As the following reference reads, and it reads, "Notwithstanding, it appears that until the expulsion, the Jews were not all molested by the Inquisition. For Abarbanel, who shortly after its establishment went to Castile, states that he was astonished at the power of the Castilian Hebrews and the grandeur of the law, and applied to them the verse of David, 'Their thrones of judgment are set, thrones for the house of David.'" Now, keep in mind, the sons of King David, which fled into Africa, did so primarily in four ways. The first way, some fled directly into Africa from Spain in 1492. Writers spoke of the many ships which stood ready to transport the sons of King David from Spain to Africa. In fact, the following reference speaks of the great numbers of Spanish royal Jews in Africa. And it reads, "The northern coast of Africa and the inhabitable region inland were full of Jews of Spanish descent. They had congregated there in great numbers during the century from the persecution of 1391 to their total expulsion." The second way the sons of King David migrated into Africa was by way of Portugal expulsion edicts. In other words, Portugal told the Jews to get out, and even took the children of the sons of King David and sent them into Africa. We even have letters written by the children themselves, which shows that they were eventually made slaves. Now, the third way the sons of King David migrated into Africa was by way of the Inquisition. The Inquisition routinely expelled its victims to Africa by way of its laws. And once in Africa, they found themselves still under the authority of the Portuguese. This was because the Pope had literally given Africa to the King of Portugal by decree of the Papal Bull, even though it wasn't his to give. And the following reference reads, and it reads, "The bull Romanus Pontifex, on the other hand, settled the dispute between Portugal and Castile in favor of the former, and apparently for the first time, granted Portugal exclusive rights in a vast southerly region. It confirmed the bull Dum Diversas, specified the district to which it applied, cut up and the district of Capes Badador, and nailed through all Guinea and beyond towards the southern shore, and declared that this, together with all other lands acquired by Portugal from the infidels before or after 1452, belonged to King Alfonso, his successors, and Prince Henry, and to no others." With the authority of the Pope, the King of Portugal wrote laws governing Africa. Some of his laws were written specifically for the sons of King David, who recently fled from Portugal into Africa. At first, the King of Portugal encouraged the Jews to populate the region and serve as mediators with local African kings. However, as time passed by and more Brews went AWOL or began to compete directly with Portugal, the relationship quickly turned bad. The Brews went from reluctant ally to foe, and this is what led to the ordinances of King Manuel, who started the transatlantic slave trade. All right, well, we've reached the end of part one. Y'all willing, in part two, we will go directly into the ordinances of King Manuel, the history